Alright, good morning everyone. So for today, we're going to have another lesson to be discussed. But before that one, can you please stand for our opening prayer? Can we lead the prayer?
The Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, on earth as it is in heaven.
Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil.
Our Lady of the Assumption,
Let us go through to Jesus your Son.
Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Alright, please remain standing for our energizer.
Energizer, pero galuya kami pa. Okay, so our energizer. Who among here is familiar with the banana shake dance? Okay, so that's right. So I guess all of you here is familiar with the banana shake dance. So again, let's do it one by one, step by step. So you hold the banana. Just imagine hold the banana. Then before you can shake the banana, what would you do?
Peel!
Okay, you peel the banana. So okay, peel. So what would you would say? Peel banana. Peel banana. Then okay. Then follow. Sige. Okay.
Shake.
The steps are peel, chop, shake, drink, and no more.
Are they chips?
No more na. Para mabilis tayo, B. Okay, go. So, first step is peel the banana. Okay. Peel banana. Peel banana. Banana. Chop banana. Shake banana. Shake banana. Drink banana. Drink banana. Banana. No more banana. Okay, let's do that faster. Sa tayo mga kawan. Okay, let's do that faster. Sige, 1, 2, 3, go!
Peel!
Banana! Peel banana! Chop! Banana! Chop banana! Shake! Banana! Shake banana! Drink! Banana! Drink banana! Banana! No more banana! Okay! Thank you very much. So, you may now take your seats and before we sit down, please pick up the pieces of the garbages around you and arrange your stuff. Okay, so now we are going to start our topic, which is no. After our energizer, we have a play. So the direction is the presenter will create two groups and choose one representative. The representative will stand in front, facing each other or their opponent, with a specific object in the front or in between them. Then the teacher will mention any part of the human body, like your body, and then the representative will touch it too. Like if I will say ears, then you will touch your ears. Okay? Then when the teacher mentioned the name of the object at the front, then mag-uunahan kayo sa pag-grab ng object. Then the representative will grab the object. The group who will fail to the representative lang ni siya. The representative who will fail to grab the object, it will be answering a question. Okay, wala naman ang attention. So, okay, may I request everyone to please count 1 and 2. Mag-count up. Count up 1 to start.
1, 2. 1. Go, yeah. 1.
2.
1. 2. 1. 2. 1. 2. 1, 2, 1, 2.
1, 2. Is it 2? Is it 2? Where's the object?
Wait. Nasa object. Ipakuha-buo ni Manay. Wala na object here. So, here. Okay, so all group 1 stands at the right and group 2 is at the left.
One, you there. Yeah, one. You go there.
And then you will choose one representative.
Ben. Kuya, Ate Sherry. Ate Sherry. Yeah, it's not your Ate Sherry. Because
One representative.
the owner of the face. Yeah. Ikaw lang ang tayo man. Ano ang representative? The owner of the face is our representative. Ikaw ang
Basta naman object.
Sara yan, no?
Representative sa
The
group
older
2.
one is
Older one.
the older face.
Bottom of face pa.
So let's start now.
The taller na, the taller. The taller.
Wala ba lang si Kuya yung madlo ko?
Ay, ako ka ng twins. Ano na yan? Si David at si Goliath. Wala kayo na siya ka-advocate.
Oy! Mas dito mo.
Okay, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so wala na siya trial ha. Okay, if I mention any part, then you will touch ha. Okay,
Sa ako
ready?
ang part po.
Alis na siya. Pag kinapapahan nito. Okay. Hips.
Uy, hips! Hips naman!
Kailangan sa di ay.
Hips naman!
If, as the direction says, when the teacher study, you will touch it. Okay.
Yeah, hips.
Okay. Hips, shoulder, knee, toes, head, shoulder, hips, razor. Nag-loading lagi kami.
Pwede question guys?
The question is, your question is, stars can be found in a large groups throughout the universe. What are these groups called?
No, it's not.
What does the stars group called? Is it group sa star group? I don't see this one.
Sirin,
Hi.
what do you call the group of stars?
Group of star?
Yeah.
Hindi ko siya meteorite. Hindi ko siya asteroid.
Ito man. Pwede mag-steal?
Oh. I constellation.
Coach na siya.
Kagrupo manali mo Okay, the answer is constellation. So,
Yeah.
another representative.
Another sheet. So, ang points sa ito nga, kami may nakadawag sila pati lang. Ilang points?
Hindi, ang points at to sa inyo ha. Kung baga, ang kato yung giba is iya to consequence. Yeah.
Sheet. Utility. Using. Pag kayo palang yan, si anak ko.
Okay. Wait.
Sige, di?
Okay. So, start. Head, ears, nose, elbow, hand, shoulder, knees, toes,
Ay.
toes, hair,
Oh my God.
shoulder, knees, fingers,
Uy, finger ba?
fingers pa, okay. Hips, nose, mouth,
Mouse?
ears, shoulders, eraser. question is, what is the total number of elements in the periodic table?
Your Honor, hindi ko pala. 118, I guess. Tama ba?
Perfect.
Ah!
Okay, so
118. At the present, there's already 127.
but we are basing on the kana atong ginagamit lang karon. So, okay, so in our activity, what have you observed in the following questions that you have been that have been asked to you? Like, unsa siya specifically?
It's about science.
Okay, perfect. So, again, Mr. Ben, Buenaventura.
Mr. Ben.
Mr. Ben. Okay, so answer, give some insight about our possible topic for today.
I think it's all about the upper layer of the earth. About
Okay.
our galaxies.
Okay, so there is no wrong answers here because that's your insight. So, how about Miss Jichel? What give me a brief expectation about our possible topic?
I think it's related to
Okay. Related to science. So, okay. So moving on, our topic for today, our objectives are, everybody read number 1.
Identify approaches and standards teaching science in the K-12 curriculum. Translate standards and learning competencies into national objectives. Explain the role of science teacher in the K-12 curriculum.
Okay, so our topic for today is the content of science as a subject. Okay, so science. Science is both a body of knowledge that represents current understanding of natural systems and the process whereby that body of knowledge has been established and is continually extended, refined and revised. So that is according to Dashiell, Shriner and Shows 2007. So if we say science, science is a very broad word. Like, it has a lot of branches. For example, the study of life and study of animals, study of the land masses of water. Okay, so and so on. So content of science as the subject. So connecting the concepts. The content of science for young children is a sophisticated interplay among concepts, scientific reasoning, the nature of science, and doing science. In the work developing curriculum for teachers, we have focused equally on science inquiry and nature of science, and content-basic concepts and the topics through which they are explored. So, nakabase lang yung mga teachers sa mga pwedeng i-explore ng mga bata or nakadepende sa edad ng bata na kanilang tinuturuan. And approaches and standard in teaching science in the K-12 curriculum. So these are some of the approaches that we are collected in teaching science in our present curriculum, which is the K-12 curriculum. Present pa ba? K-12. Okay, so starting with the constructivist approach. So constructivist approach is as students construct their own understanding of science concepts based on their experiences and prior knowledge. So in education, constructivist learning theories propose that students construct their own knowledge. So, sila yung gagawa ng sarili nilang kaalaman about science, which is, sila din yung they are the one who is understanding it through active learning and social interaction and hands-on experiences. Number 2 is inquiry-based learning. So, inquiry-based approach rather is students learn science through investigation, exploration, and research rather than just memorizing facts. So it encourages the student to explore and investigate questions, problems, or scenarios through a process of critical thinking and discoveries. This inquiry-based approach is a student-centered learning. So, nakapokus lang siya sa estudyante at it fosters the deep learning and creativity, problem-solving skills. And it also starts with open-ended questions. And it is also the so based on since it is a curiosity-driven learning, so the students will try to ask questions like so that is called inquiry. So the students are advised or like gina-encourage sila to ask questions kung asa sila wala kasabot, asa need nila mag-clarify o clarify. So, number 3 is the reflective approach. So, students and teachers engage in self-evaluation and self-observation to analyze the effectiveness of teaching and learning strategies. So, in reflective approach, it involves thinking critically about one's own learning experience and action. It is a metacognitive process that it helps individuals develop a deeper understanding of themselves, deeper understanding of themselves, where makabalo sila asa ilang strength, asa ilang weakness, of where specific areas they excel. So it also analyzes It also analyze their experience, identifying kung unsa pa ang ilang pwede buhaton in the future o unsa ang dili nila buhaton. And number 4 is the collaborative approach, for students learn science together in groups, fostering teamwork and communication skills. So I guess this approach is very common to us, especially sa ato ang ginabuhat. Every time like mag-klase, like we always do collaboration, like we are sharing our ideas, like we both making decisions, like pinag-aagrihan ng lahat. So, and number 5 is the integrative approach. Science is taught in an interdisciplinary manner, connecting it with other objects and real-world issues to make it more relevant and engaging. So, kaning integrative approach is girian na sa mga science teacher is gina-relate nila gina-relate nila sa ilang student ang current situation, ang situation sa ilahang sa ilahang subject into the real ones, like kining ginadala nila sa real world ang ilahang situation para ma-engage ang student. Like for example kanang in my opinion kanang pagpadala sila kanang OJT, like they are engaging to other places to be exposed para ma-experience nila kung unsa pod ang naa sa real world. So, the K-12 science curriculum is organized using a spiral progression approach, where basic concepts are introduced early on and then represented in more complex forms in higher grade levels. So pataas every step sa ato ang, for example, grade 1 to grade 1, grade 2. Ang level sa science nga ang ato ang gina-studyhan is pa-complex siya hangtod nga maabot og college. So take over.
Alright, let me further discuss this statement. The K-12 science curriculum is organized using spiral progression. Now, how will you view a spiral? Ipapaganyan siya. So, in this, in learning, it's like a cyclical learning. So, students will encounter the same topic. However, every time they animal cell. So, just like it was stated a while ago, that there is complexity or increased complexity. So aside from cyclical learning, there is an increased complexity. Another one is the integration of knowledge. What does it mean? So when we say integration of knowledge, let's just say when we talk about technology, of course, related to science. So do you think English subjects also use technology in teaching?
Yes.
In what way?
PPT.
Demonstration, gathering of information. So in integration of knowledge, students will understand that science is connected to another subject or discipline. So that is the purpose, or that is the meaning of the spherical progression. They will master the topic. They will also increase their understanding, comprehension, or let us say they will develop their cognitive or adaptation of cognitive. And lastly is that they will enhance or encourage their critical thinking. So the next one. So the K-12 curriculum. Okay, standards. Alright, so standards teaching science. So can we read any more? Can we read this?
Standard in teaching science. The teaching standards begin with the focus on the long-term planning that teachers do. The discussion then moves to facilitating learning, assessment, and the classroom environment. The standards are applicable at all grade levels, but the teaching at different grade levels will be different to reflect the capabilities and interests of students at different ages.
So in this standard in teaching science or teaching standard, the role of teachers will be focused here, or the role of a teacher in a classroom environment. So it was stated here that teaching at different grade level will be different to reflect the capabilities, interests of students at different ages. So will you let your students do a laboratory experiment or mixing chemicals when they are still grade 3? No, yes.
No.
No. So aside from their safety, of course they don't know what they're doing, and they don't know what they're doing. So on that level, you need to plan what strategy you are going to use in order for them to be interested on the subject. For example, observation. So you will let the student observe, for example, in a butterfly sanctuary, grade level butterfly sanctuary, and then you will ask them what they have observed. For example, what did the butterfly do to the plant, like that. And then, of course, they will become curious on that. Now, aside from sipping nectar, you will introduce them that butterfly also help them or help plants in terms of pollination, correct?
Yes.
So, or you will discuss to them how a caterpillar becomes a butterfly. So, like that. And then the next one. So, teaching science involves various approaches and standards, primarily constructing teacher-centered and student-centered method. So, who among you here can differentiate the traditional and the teacher-centered and the student-centered? Give me a number.
7.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
What are the differentiate between
difference between
Differentiate.
teacher-centered and student-centered
When we
methods.
say teacher-centered, it focuses on the teacher, in the content, while the student-centered focuses to the students.
Yes. So it is correct. So when we say teacher-centered, teacher become the source of information. It's like a traditional method. So teacher is the one who discuss, who lectures. So while in the student-centered approaches, the student is the one who discover, the one who gather information, and of course they are facilitated and guided by the teacher. So just like in the 21st century, we're already using the student-centered approach, correct? Alright, so we already have the standard and the approaches. We already have the lessons. Now, the challenge is that how are we going to translate those things, those standards and competencies into a instructional objectives. So, can we read Irish?
Translating standards and learning competencies into instructional objectives. Learning standards and competencies define what students should know and be able to do at each grade level. However, to effectively design instruction and assessments, these standards and competencies need to be translated into specific, measurable instructional objectives.
Alright, thank you so much. So here are the characteristics of effective instructional objects. So first is it should be specific and clearly stated what the learner will be able to do. So that's how we make our objective. It should be clearly defined, yes. So that we know what is our objective at the end of the lesson. Students will da. And then next is to measure. Measure so that attainment can be demonstrated. So of course, in order for us to measure, we will have a quiz or test. So this will test us if our objective is na-meet ba siya or not. And then the next one is attainable and realistic for the given time frame. So we already have the discussion, we already have the test. So these students will be challenged to do a realistic project. For example, you let them do your topic is different light rays, like that. So your project is to make them a kaleidoscope, like that. So they will engage in doing this subject, but also they are also learning. Okay. The next one is relevant to the overall learnings or the result. So example for this one is having an exams. This is not just an activity or exercise. This is to test the effectiveness of the lessons that you gave to your students. So you do you give them exams. You give them exams. And the last one is time frame with a deadline for demonstrating mastery. So for this one, of course, in quizzes, we are given time to answer a quiz. So you only have 10 minutes to answer this quiz. Yeah. And doing some project, we also have this time or deadline. So within 1 week, you need to submit this project. And the deadline will be Friday. Ganyan. So in exams, we also have your 1 hour to answer the exams. So we have the deadline. So those objectives is they are using SMART: specific, measurable, achievable or attainable, relevant to result, and time-based or time-bound. So aside from the SMART goals, we also use Bloom's taxonomy. So the first one is remembering. So it includes recalling facts, terms, concepts, and etc. Next is understanding, demonstrating comprehension of ideas, applying, using knowledge to solve problems, evaluation, making judgment or decisions based on criteria, and lastly is creating. So putting parts together to form something new or original. So this one is the, it's like a cognitive complexity. So the next slide is for the action. So in remembering, it's like a gathering information, right? So we can use in our objectives these words: list, define, name, identify, recognize. The next is in understanding, explain, describe, summarize, paraphrase, clarify. And then applying, we can use demonstrate, apply, use, illustrate, solve, analyzing, compare, contrast, categorize, analyze, and evaluating is proof. Assess, judge, evaluate, decide, rate, and the lastly is creating. Design, develop, plan, produce, and construct. The last one. So the most essential learning competencies identified by the Philippine Department of Education are intended to be the most enduring and foundational competencies that students need to master. So first is to identify the specific knowledge, skills, and abilities. So this one is to describe in the competency statement that was for just like our topic, our lessons, or so our approaches that we use. So the next one is to determine the level of cognitive complexity using the Bloom's taxonomy. So yung 5, 6. And then the last one is to select the appropriate action verb to describe what the learner will be able to do. And the lastly is write the objective in specific measurable terms following the SMART guidelines. Alright, so do you have any questions with regards to this one? None. So I have a question of that. Alright, so who can define the rule or the crucial role of a teacher played in a science or K-12 science curriculum? Another 5 points actually, I'm saying.
What's
The role of a teacher.
the rules of the
The role of the teachers in K-12 curriculum, it is complex and it contains different kind of roles. It's not just all about being a teacher teaching in front. You also have to obtain those skills that enable students to learn, not just inside the school but outside. So that we differentiate about student-centered and teacher-centered, and that is so important for teachers to become a facilitator instead of teaching and teaching lang. And also, in terms of objective, the rule of K-12 curriculum, you should align with your teaching. You should follow the curriculum. You should align your activities to the topic that we are going to discuss. And about science, it is so wide. The topic is so wide. And you have to be specific. You have to be clear in your objective and to secure that you will achieve that at the end of the lesson within the day.
That's very good. 5 points for it. So for more information, you will do this activity. So it's a concept mapping. So the instruction is the student are tasked to create a concept map by listing the rules of a teacher in a K-12 curriculum and how important for them to know the approaches and standard in teaching, leading them to have effective instructional objectives. So you can write, you can just write this one on a whole sheet of paper. And
Tapos, i-upload lang naman yun siya sa
yeah, you can just
DCR?
Thursday.